welcome to the It Doesn't Hold Up podcast. We review and reevaluate all things we remember fondly from our childhood and years prior to see if they still hold up. And more often not, they probably don't. I'm Stuart Shepherd, along with my co-host and good friend Michael Smith. Smith, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Stu. And how are you?
Now, see, I'm just grand because my wife and son have been away for a week, so I've had nothing but peace and quiet. Okay, it's complete tranquility in my house. Unlike these poor folks we're going to be discussing soon for our latest
Now,
nomination.
Stu, is your wife going to hear this podcast?
Nah, she's never seen Problem Child. She's got no desire to, so
Well,
nobody said this to my
let's hope
wife.
she doesn't.
No, I love my wife,
Next
but I love
time
my
it'll
peace.
just next time it'll just be me.
Yeah. No, no, no,
Stu's
no.
dead.
Don't get me wrong. I love my wife. I love my son, but I love my peace and quiet. So yeah, that'll all change soon. Right.
You know what I love, Stu?
Go on.
Nothing.
No, you don't. Not even yourself.
Ah, I'm a black void of emotionless.
Yep. Yep. Tears of a clown. Right. Anyway,
I
so
don't cry.
it's just raining on my face. Right. Anyway, so before we
Not,
move into this
it's not
episode,
rain.
no. Anyway. Right, before we move into this episode's nomination, just want to talk about last episode's feedback, which was Friday the 13th, part 3 in 3D.
Whoa!
Whoa! So this one
Stop
really, someone really cracked me up with this bit of feedback. This was so aggressive. They all hold up. I was like, all right,
Oh, now
do they?
that's not true.
Jason Goes to Hell most certainly does not hold up.
It never held up to begin with. The film's a fucking
No.
mess.
Fucking dreadful. Friday the 13th part 5 is shit. I know people got a newfound love for it, but no, that's crap.
Is that psychics?
The fifth
Or
one.
is
No,
that
that's the imposter is the fifth one.
Oh, that's also shit. And the
Yeah, that
psychics one isn't great either.
yeah, part 7, the new blood. Yeah, that's not very good. So yeah. In conclusion, sir, they do not all hold up. A couple of them are pretty good. That's it. Uh
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
little bit of feedback I got. I thought the 3D in this was way better than Freddy's Dead. It isn't. I can assure you it isn't.
I think they're on a par of shittiness. I don't think.
Exactly.
I think they're both terrible.
I love playing this scenario on the game. I did too, actually. I always chose Higgins Haven on the Friday the 13th PS4 game.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a mixed feelings about that game because on the one hand it was very entertaining, but on the other hand it is the exact same model they now use for every single horror inflected game.
Yeah, it was novel at first with Friday the 13th, but yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new Halloween that's coming out. Oh, come on,
Exactly the
guys.
same.
It's
No, I don't
lazy.
make an actual game. Like the new
Yeah.
Hellraiser game looks quite interesting, so hopefully
Yeah, that is so
that will
cool.
be different.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then last bit of feedback was I forgot how annoying Shelley is in this film. He's on par with Franklin from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Can't look the same as well.
I'd say he's more annoying than Franklin.
Yeah,
At least Franklin had sausages in his pocket.
yeah, even if they might have been human flesh, but yeah,
Well, you can't hate a man with sausages in his pocket.
you cannot. Right then. So, did you get any feedback about Friday the 13th Part 3 or anything
No,
else you want to say on it?
I think I didn't. The only thing I will say on it is that it's the gift that keeps on giving. We can go back to those films again and again and again.
And we will.
Oh yeah, we will. Yeah.
And we will. That's just it. We both concluded they don't hold up, but will we watch it again? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but not for about 10 years.
No, but I'll still have fun with it next time I watch it again.
Mm.
Right, anyway, so this episode's nomination came from Smith himself, and it is Problem Child from
Roger.
1990. Brief synopsis, it's about a 7-year-old kid, Junior, who's passed around from family to family to family, and then finally he's adopted by the Healy's, and all hell breaks loose. That's about it. About
There,
it.
there's not a lot of plot, and
There's
yet
some.
also somehow too much.
Yeah, yeah. Much the same with a lot of stuff we cover.
Mm.
So this came out in the States in May 1990. We didn't get it until May 1991. Interestingly enough, it took a whole year for it to come out in the UK.
But didn't that
Uh,
used to be the way with these things? Like,
um,
didn't there used to be a bigger gap between the US and the UK with films coming out? Often not a year, but it would be, there was, it'd
six
come out in the
months maybe.
US, then 6 months later it'd come out in the UK, then you'd have to wait another 6 months maybe for it to come out on video VHS
Oh yeah. Then
to
ages
rent.
for it telly. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was only to rent, and then you'd have to wait a bit longer to buy it, and then you'd have to wait another 4 or 5 years for it. And you still have to, I think, for TV, and unless it's streaming, I think like the broadcast television, you still have to wait
Yep.
quite some time for it to come out.
Yeah. That was the novel thing about getting Sky because you got to see it quicker on TV, inverted commas, rather than waiting
Mm.
for, normal TV, but then you had to pay for the movie channels. But yeah, we've done 1990 before. So what are we doing
Mhm.
for our scene setting for this section?
So this is a film based around a child performance, and I think we can all agree that in recent times, child performances on film have become better. Right? There
Yep.
is a spate of these films from the 90s which have absolutely terrible child performances. I mean, you can like point at any number of them and say, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit. But what I want to do is I don't want to be negative. I'm usually negative. I'm a negative man. I want to be positive, and I wanted to discuss what the best child performances in movies are.
Hmm.
Now, I'm going to draw up a little list. Not
Okay.
all of these are recent, weirdly, because I thought as we went back through this little podcast of ours that we'd start to find really bad child performances. And, they're there. I mean, anyone who's ever seen Mac and Me, know they exist. But I'm going to go down, just give you a few examples of
Hmm.
decent child performances in films over the years. We'll start
Okay.
with our wheelhouse, horror, Linda Blair,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The
Good,
Exorcist,
good
right?
performance. Yep.
That is a fantastic performance by a child actor, right? She was actually at a horror convention this weekend, which I was going
Yeah.
to go to, and I didn't, and I'm slightly regretting it.
Same. Same. But then I also had a free house. This was the problem. Yeah.
I was looking after my daughter, so
No.
it's my
Right.
good reason. I thought about taking her, and it was just too much fucking hassle.
And kind of inappropriate. But yeah.
Well, I think yeah, get pictures of her with Freddy Krueger. Anyway, so that's the first one. Linda Blair. Second
Mhm.
one, Tatum O'Neal, Paper Moon. Have you ever seen Paper Moon?
No.
I would strongly recommend Paper Moon.
Okay.
Peter,
Fine.
1973, Peter Bogdanovich, starring Tatum O'Neal and her dad Ryan O'Neal.
Ah, right. A little
Um,
driver.
and she Tatum O'Neal won an Oscar for this film at the age of 10. For,
Wow.
for quite some time. I think she's still the youngest person. I think she's still the youngest person to ever win one. Not the youngest person to have been nominated, but the youngest person to ever win one.
Okay.
10 years old. Okay, next one, bit more modern.
Hmm.
Haley Steinfeld in True Grit.
Yeah, she is good in that.
Really good in that. And actually,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
been one of those weird sort of child stars that's gone on to have a consistent career. Because the last two that we mentioned haven't done that, right? They've not gone on to have this sort of long-winded, like long careers. But Haley Steinfeld is still making films in the Marvel universe. She was in Sinners. She's still up there, like making stuff. Keep going back to the 80s. Henry Thomas from
Pretty.
E.T. Yeah,
Yeah,
which we saw and loved on the pod.
we did.
Uh, jump to the 90s. Kirsten Dunst, Interview with a Vampire.
No, I disagree with that entirely.
You disagree with that? I think
I
Kirsten Dunst is fantastic in Interview with a Vampire.
I just hate that film from start to finish. I hate everything about it. So no, I disagree.
Really?
Yep,
You
cannot
hate
stand it.
Interview with the
Yep,
Vampire?
pretentious shit.
Why?
Hate
It's
boring,
oh, why am I only just
pretentious
learning this
crap.
now? That film's fantastic. What are you
That's
talking
not.
about?
I watched it for the first time a couple of years ago. Me and my wife sat down and watched it. We both agreed this is dog shit. We just did not enjoy it.
Whoa,
No, sorry.
whoa.
Sorry. Send your hate
Oh,
mail
okay.
to one Stuart Shepherd.
Yeah, do unless you agree with him, and in which case send it to me. Staying in the same year, 1994, Natalie Portman from Leon.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Fantastic performance again. Kirsten Dunst and Natalie Portman still both have careers, still going, still going. Next, someone with slightly less of a career, although just appeared in the second series of Fallout, Macaulay Culkin. Now, Home Alone, and to a lesser extent, Home Alone 2, colon, Lost in New York. Um, he, because he's also done some shit. Anyone who's ever had to sit through Richie Rich,
Yeah, maybe that's one for us to cover. But yeah.
perhaps. Well, jump forward to slightly early 2000s, Spain, Ivana Baquero for Pan's Labyrinth.
Not seen that in years. Yeah, that was good.
No, I haven't, and I'd forgotten about this till recently. I was watching Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I thought, you know what, I should probably go back and watch some of his better films. Uh, I love Pan's Labyrinth; it's a great film. Two more, and then we'll get out of here. There's
Yeah,
a couple, Christian Bale, Empire of the Sun.
never seen it, but I believe it.
Yeah, you can see sort of what where his talent comes from.
Hmm.
People forget that he started as a child star because he seems to have been sort of just appeared with American Psycho, as far as I was aware. And so you go back and look and go, no, no, he's in that. He's in a film called Newsies, which is not great. Um, he was also in I keep forgetting this. He was the bad guy in the Samuel L. Jackson Shaft film.
Oh, I don't forget that. It was crap.
And finally, Dakota Fanning, War of the Worlds.
I, I wouldn't say War of the Worlds, but I think she's good in a lot of stuff.
Oh, Man on Fire as well. Actually, she was
Yeah,
good in Man on Fire.
she was good in Man on Fire.
She
Yeah,
was
yeah.
good in War of the Worlds because usually that was one of the first occasions where I've encountered a child performance in modern times where I wasn't particularly fucking annoyed by. 'Cause normally, it's just make the kid cute, and the kid can't act. In this film that we're about to review, they didn't make the kid cute, and he can't act. So, you know,
I didn't mind his
worth a
acting, to be honest. We'll
worth a.
get to it.
Oh, we'll get to it. Oh, I've got thoughts. I have got thoughts.
Also, when you asked me at the close of last episode who the most annoying kid is, I said as a joke, Haley Joel Osment. Haley Joel Osment's not like he's amazing in The Sixth Sense, so I'm
He is
surprised he didn't
amazing.
make your
Actually,
list.
that is one that didn't make my list. There was a couple that I took off the list. I was kind of going through it earlier today and sort of stripping them out. And it was Haley Joel Osment because, unlike most of them, he didn't kind of go on to have that much of a career follow on. Some of the stuff he did afterwards was fucking terrible. Like, have you ever seen Pay It Forward?
No, or AI. It's like, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to see
Oh,
this
yeah, no,
garbage.
it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I also took out Jacob Tremblay from The Room because whilst people thought he was really good, I never really got it.
I liked The Room. It's just depressing as shit.
Yeah, I never really
Yeah.
got that film. I didn't like it as much as some people seem to. It was something missing for me. I don't know what it was.
Well, it's one of those things. I don't think I'll have a jolly old time with it, and I don't think I'll watch it anytime soon. It was just an experience. So yeah,
Hmm.
cool. All right, that was interesting. That was your take of top 11 or 12 child actors in
Top
film.
random number of child actors that I decided that I liked in films. I could have gone worse, didn't. Maybe I'll think of some. Hold on. The kid from Phantom Menace, Jay Lloyd, terrible,
Oh yeah, really bad.
bad, awful. But then
Oh,
he's had a tough time.
he has. Actually, no,
Jonathan Lipnicki from Big Daddy. No.
no, no. Oh, I can throw another good one who was consistently good in everything until he went off the rails. Corey Feldman.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. As a younger actor, Corey Feldman was good. Was good till he lost his tiny mind.
Yeah, and River Phoenix until I listened to a podcast recently. I didn't realize he died in Johnny Depp's club. Like, oh my God, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
the Viper Room. Yeah, he died of a
Yeah,
drug overdose. I think on the pavement outside.
yeah. He was 23. Like,
What a
Jesus
place to
Christ.
go.
So
Yeah.
bad. Anyway, enough of this morbid stuff. Right, so let's move on. Problem
Uh,
child. Right. So
oh boy.
now this is interesting because if it
Mm,
came out, my memory is a bit wrong with this because I've had to really try and convince myself when did I see this. If we didn't get this in cinema until May 1991,
yeah.
that means it didn't come out to rent until like maybe Christmas time, maybe just before Christmas time. And I don't remember renting it out straight away. Yeah. So
Mm,
I remember my brother went to a birthday party and they watched Problem Child and he said, oh, that's great. And he wouldn't mind watching it again. So then we rented it out after. So I can only assume I might have watched it in the spring of around 1992, but I definitely remember renting it from Blockbuster Video.
ah, your memory is spectacular. I didn't rent it. I watched it on television and recorded it and had it on a cheap recorded VHS.
Oh, you
With the
recorded it?
ability Yes. I
I
always
see, I'm
recorded everything.
surprised.
I was recording everything. You don't know how many times I watched the film Biodome because I had recorded it off the telly. Too many times, Stu. Too many
Yes,
times.
you lent me that recording of Biodome. I remember.
It's shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
Probably. I don't remember it. So yes, it would have been probably when it was played on Sky for the first time. I would have recorded it off Sky.
Okay, so you were maybe about
I'd have
nine or
been about.
10?
Oh yeah, I would assume so. Maybe eight.
I think I was young. I think I must have been about 7. 7 or 8. Yeah, maybe 7, I think, when I watched
Yeah,
this
I'd
when we
probably been
rented it.
about eight, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I must have been the target audience to watch this. So yeah, I remember renting it out. My brother's a little bit older than me. We both watched it. He'd already watched it before, and I remember not even knowing there was a Problem Child 2. I went to a rival video store about 6 months later and saw there was Problem Child 2 on video, and I went, "Oh, I want to rent that." And I rented it. I remember
See,
watching it, going, "This is not nearly as good as the first one."
I don't think I've ever seen Problem Child 2.
There is
Um,
a horrendous bit in it when everyone's throwing up on each other. It's like, oh, and even as a kid, it made me feel sick.
maybe I have.
Oh, it's
Maybe I
awful.
have. Yeah, I can't recall. This one I've definitely seen, and there was a few bits that came. Not a lot of this came back to me while I was watching it. To be fair,
Really, it
I
all
think
came
so
back to me.
long since I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I think when I say it went on to rotation, I think what I probably did was recorded it off TV, watched it 3 or 4 times, and then never watched it again and recorded over it with wrestling. Uh, um, what I Yeah, so I haven't seen this. The things that came back to me, and I'll get to them when I get to them, were weird. There's also little things which I've conflated with other films because there's a
Okay.
lot of stuff in this. This is quite similar to other films. Like I could have sworn blind. Martin Short was in this film. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got Martin Short in it. Nope.
Yeah, I didn't remember Michael Richards is the bad guy in it until like recently. Like, I remember there being a bad guy, the bow tie
Yeah,
killer, but I don't
yeah,
remember it being Michael Richards. So that was a surprise to me.
yeah. So I definitely remember. Yeah, I definitely remember the killer. I remember. I think I get conflated those. Like, the bit in when he's in the prison, have a big old ring of Naked Gun 33 and a third about them.
Yeah,
Just the way it's shot, the way
yeah,
it looks like Naked Gun 33 and a third. Um, yeah. So the bits. Also, his character is very similar to Christopher Lloyd's character in the Dennis film,
yep,
Dennis the Menace movie. So get these things all conflated with one another, and you sort of all blend in.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to the prison bit, but I absolutely loved the little cameos in it. But yeah, we'll save it. Loved it. Cool. Right then. So we were young kids, target audience watched it. I rented it. You watched it on Sky, and we watched it in the very early 90s. Okay,
Mm.
right. So shall we get into the plot?
Yes, let's.
Right then. So I don't know about you, right? For the 75th anniversary of Universal, you got that
Yeah.
lovely montage where it showed you all throughout the years what the montage logo is, and then it ends with da, 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 da. And I've always loved that. The
Yeah.
plane flying around and like the Metropolis one, and I was like, oh, so cool. So cool.
Reminded me that I could be watching better films. I was watching, I was like, oh, I could be watching any of the golden era Hollywood stuff, couldn't I? Any of the stuff that was great. But no, I'm watching Problem Child.
I mean, you chose this film.
What am I going to do? I'm going to say, oh, let's watch King Kong. No,
No, well,
can't choose good films.
yeah. Yeah, let's watch Goodfellas, see if that holds up. It does. Yeah. Right. It starts off like a horror movie. We get a full moon, wolf howling, rain, all that sort of stuff. And it's interesting because this film is almost like a parody of The Omen. Like this could be a
Mm,
horror movie, but yeah. So it's funny. It starts off almost like a horror movie. And then,
yeah, it's
go on.
also when he goes with his voiceover, he's like, "Nice night to be born, huh?" I was like, just written down. This kid is going to shout all of his dialogue, isn't he? He is going to
That's.
shout every fucking line.
Did you hate this voiceover all throughout this? Because I didn't mind it.
Well, I find voiceover, unless it's done really well, is just lazy.
Hmm.
And I did wonder if some of this voiceover, and I don't know, was put in because they couldn't get his character over enough in the actual dialogue.
Yeah.
Some of it, because it changes. There's much more of it at the beginning, and it sort of drifts off as the film goes on. So I'm wondering if they realized at the beginning there wasn't enough dialogue, so they had to put some stuff in to kind of voice over his motivations and why he was doing stuff, perhaps.
Mhm.
It's also at certain points quite hard to tell if it's voiceover if he's just talking to himself because it's not clear at times.
Yeah, there's a bit later when they go camping, and I got really confused whether that was a voiceover or something,
Yes,
but we'll get to it.
yeah, exactly. Because you're like, oh, is okay. All right. I don't know if this voiceover is he's just chatting. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to it. So yeah, we see a woman dump off a newborn baby to a rich house in a basket. I've written first question: why was this baby instantly abandoned? Like, did this woman never want the baby, or did he do something immediately after he was born? She was like, "Fuck this." And the second question is, how does the baby remember any of this? Because he's like, "Oh, that's my mother. That's her walking away." I'm like, or is it some sort of breaking the fourth wall? And I don't know. It's like, how does he
I
know
can
any of this?
barely remember what I did last week, let alone when I was a baby. Well, two observations I had. One, that was an ugly baby. I think it was a dummy. I don't think it was a real baby. It was quite ugly. And secondly, and being a relatively new father, I can tell you this: when a baby's outside in weather like that, you should be wearing a hat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially if
Otherwise,
it's
that baby is going to die. So,
absolutely. And also, that baby looked way too old to be a brand newborn baby because you're meant to believe that's the night he was born. Like,
oh no,
no.
but that's in films all the time when you get newborns and you think it's that came out of a woman, it split her in two.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
wouldn't be she
absolutely.
wouldn't be dropping them off. She wouldn't be fucking walking.
No, 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 certainly not. And then yeah, the maid or the housekeeper answers the door. Rich woman comes and says, "Oh, who would want to give rid of such an adorable baby?" And it pisses on her. And I was like, oh, "Here we go."
You got about you have a newborn baby, you're gonna get pissed on. That's just true. That's just science.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, hang on, did that woman get rid of that baby then instantly, or did she put up with it for like a few more months or whatever?
It's until it started doing it regularly, so it seemed vindictive, like it was going out of its way to piss on her,
Yeah,
crawling over and then pissing on her.
yeah. And then we get Bad to the Bone music as credits roll. Now this is interesting because this was the same round about the same time where they use it in Terminator 2 when he comes out all dressed in the leathers. So I remember when watching Terminator 2, that's a song from Problem Child.
Yep, yep. It's the song from Problem Child.
So we get a montage of Junior being dropped off to various houses and him being destructive, which includes throwing things through windows, poisoning cats, and hoovering fish and tanks. I'm like, oh God, drive you
I was
fucking
just put down
mad,
there
wouldn't it?
where he put kind of laundry detergent in the cat's bowl. He was like, that kill that fucking cat.
Yeah, yeah, and
It's like the cat's blowing bubbles. Like, no, that can't be dead.
totally dead. And those bubbles look very cartoony. It's like, no, they ain't real bubbles.
Also, did you notice that I mean, obviously he did because they cast different kids, but like from the first one to the second house, he changes completely. Like he looks like completely like they don't even have the same hair color. Like they couldn't be asked.
Yeah, because Junior's ginger, but one of the kids is like blonde. I'm like,
Blonde,
nah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
The first one looks a little bit like it could be a younger version of the kid that they eventually go for. Then the second child is just like a blonde kid. It's like,
yeah, yeah. It's very, very lazy. And then one house he's in is a trailer park, and his trailer park trash father steps on his toys. So then you just see some bulldozer just bulldoze the trailer. It's like, yeah, that was good.
also written
Enjoyed
down the
that.
obvious model of a child driving a construction truck.
Oh yeah, it's just
It's
some
clearly like
doll sitting there.
dummy.
Yeah,
It's
that was
not for the
funny.
first time in this, not for the last time in this film. Is there an obvious doll?
Oh yeah, I know what you're getting at. Yeah. Then we see that Junior is then dropped to an orphanage run by nuns, which he's very upset about. It's like, not the nuns. And then instantly he hangs a nun out of a window with a rope, but not by the throat. So that's okay. What the fuck? Why is he hanging nuns out the window?
It questions the powers this small child has.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're at a medical center. We meet Ben and Flo Healy, played by John Ritter and Amy Yasbeck, and
Who
they're
we've seen on the pod before in The
in the
Mask.
mask. Correct.
Hmm
Correct. Yeah, they're choosing names for their potential unborn son, and they talk about Donald being a good name as it's rich and powerful. I've written down foreshadowing.
Well, he would have been famous at this point.
Yeah, I suppose he would have had the Trump Plaza and all that sort of stuff by then,
Well,
wouldn't
actually, this it was an interesting thing, and it's not really for trivia, but I'll just drop it in now. When I was researching this, one of the things that was nominated for a number, I think Gilbert Gottfried was nominated for like worst supporting actor for this and a number of other films, but that year lost it to one Donald Trump
he?
for
Is
a
that
role that
right?
he had in a film. So I looked it up, and it's a film starring Bo Derek, and there is a subplot in it where they're trying to do a deal with Donald Trump, and he plays himself in it. I'm like, how have I never heard of this? Like it's from 1990. It sounds fucking awful, and I need to find it.
Absolutely. He also has a little cameo in Home Alone too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Many people would like that to be cut out,
Yes, I would too.
so it doesn't ruin a film.
Yeah. So they go see a doctor who tells them Flo's infertile and he suggests adoption. And then Flo says, we've been doing it every night for nothing. And Ben just gives her this look. It was really funny. I fucking love John Ritter in this. He holds it together.
He does, and there are some good performances in this. Now, this whole scene, right? Like one, the doctor's like, oh, a 99% success rate. No doctor's ever going to guarantee you a 99% success rate of anything. That's asking for a lawsuit. But secondly, and I know it's comedy, but is this really something to be joking about?
No, it's not funny at
Like the
all.
way that it's done is way like someone being told they're infertile done as a comedy scene. Is like, um, I reckon this might have been quite triggering for some people when they saw this in the cinema.
Yeah, it's quite upsetting subject. It's like, oh, but it's funny because he's knocking all over like the model vagina everywhere. It's like, no, stop, 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 stop.
It's just no, it's not funny,
Yeah,
especially for a light-hearted family comedy,
yeah. No,
which
it's
this
weird.
kind of is. Maybe I don't know.
What would have been better is if she wasn't infertile, Flo just didn't want to go through childbirth or something
Yeah,
like that, and then
it would have
Ben
been more
goes, "Why
interesting
don't
with
we
the character.
adopt?" Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been more
exactly.
interesting with the character.
Yeah, yeah. Then we get a weird bit cut to the orphanage when Junior says, "I then took an interest in photography, and he's photographing naked nuns and a priest having a shit." I was like, "Wait, what? That's fucking
But
weird."
Junior is a sex pest.
Absolutely. And none of that comes back. It's not like later on he's taking photos of other people. It's like, why did you have that in here? It's
No,
weird. Oh, right. It's
it's just to
lunch.
show you. It's just to show you that he's bad. He's doing all the
Yeah.
bad things that he does, which run the gamut from just mischief to threatening to kill people.
Yeah. 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 It's a weird one because in Dennis the Menace, he plays prank. Oh, he's not really pranks. It's just that he's just clumsy in it in Dennis the Menace. Whereas, yeah, in this film, Junior's deliberately being a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one that. Yeah, because you're right. In Dennis Menace, I think his heart's in the right place,
Yeah.
but he keeps getting it wrong. Whereas in this, he is just an arsehole. And there are times in the film I'm like, I don't feel sorry for him. He deserves everything he gets. And frankly, the fact that no one has followed up this kid is a fucking minor miracle.
Well, don't especially adopted kids. They do this. They act up to test their adoptive parents to see if you're gonna take you back. So I was all right with this, but it just takes it OTT what he does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's lunchtime and Junior's given some really horrible food to eat, and then he starts fucking around with it and he throws it at the ceiling. And as the Mother Superior scolds him, he pretends that he ate it and she starts praying for thanks to God and it just falls on her face. Like, oh God. And it looked horrible what they're eating. I was like, what is that?
There's mince. Oh, I thought it was quite nice. I like a bit of stodgy mince.
Ugh, that was horrible.
And then when she drags him off by the ear, he's like, hey, hands off the merchandise. Like, this is such a 90s fucking movie.
Totally.
Couldn't be any more 90s if it tried.
Yep. So yeah, he's carted off by the ear and made to mop the dormitory, and we see that some kid's called Freddy's getting adopted, and the mother superior reminds him that only good boys get adopted. Okay, but then
Bad boys get something else. What do they get? Because
beat
if
them.
this because if this is a Catholic orphanage, one would imagine
Oh,
it's diddled.
that priest who was photographed on the toilet. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, it's the kid who gets adopted. His delivery is so bad of his line. I got a new mummy and daddy, and they're so nice. It's like, oh God.
There's a child actor later who we get to, and her acting is appalling. It's so bad. So I don't
Yeah.
mind Michael Oliver who plays juniors. I don't mind him, but some of the other kid actors in this is
I mean,
horrendous.
I don't like he's not the worst child actor I've ever seen, but he's not good. Like he shouts all of his dialogue, and especially towards the end, he has no emotional register at all. It's just
Mm,
the same flat, loud delivery of every little thing that he does.
mm.
It's so like it makes you really appreciate those other child performances, that have nuance and the
Yeah.
ability to deliver a little bit of emotion where you think, oh, okay. Like if you've ever seen Beasts of the Southern Wild,
No.
there's Kevenzene Wallace, I think her name is. The girl in that is like 8, I think, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Whereas you see this, and it's just like weird looking kid shouts.
Mm. All right. Well, we'll get to it. Right. So anyway, Junior stops mopping and turns on the TV to watch cartoons, but instead we see footage of Martin Beck, the bow tie killer, on every TV channel, and he's being recaptured for escaping prison. And then immediately Junior just identifies with him. Like, why? Is he misunderstood like Junior? I don't know. And then takes a bow tie from a toy doll with a toy box and puts it on himself. It's like, right, you've decided instantly you want to be like this insane man who's just been
Yeah,
recaptured.
you're modeling yourself after a serial killer. I am surprised there wasn't a sequel to this which ends with a school shooting because it seems
Yeah, it's weird. So yeah. Then we get to Big Ben's Sports Town shop. Then Little Ben wants Flo to look at the adoption list, but she isn't keen, so she just goes shopping instead. And then we learn that Big Ben is Little Ben's father, and he owns this shop, and he's running for mayor. And then Little Ben's help. I love the grandpa. He's fucking
yeah.
right.
Jack Warden.
Yeah,
He
Jack
is
Warden.
he was in 12 Angry Men. And
He
this guy
was.
has been in some great films.
Yeah. No, he's very. He comes out with a couple of lines in this, which is very fucking funny. Little Ben's helping some kid get a camping water bottle with him and his father, and he admires the relationship there. But it's so like, oh boy, we're going camping. We have the best time. It's gonna be
Oh, I mean,
swell.
yeah, I mean this I put this guy's really keen on kids. Why else are we here? What else are we here for? If you don't have kids, you gotta have kids. If you don't have kids, what are you here for? You gotta have kids. That or he's a nonce.
Or both.
Or both. That's the director, by the
Yeah.
way.
Is it really?
Yeah, Dennis Dugan. That is the
Ah,
director.
there you go. Cool. Little Ben goes upstairs to see his father, Big Ben, and he tells him, now I'm quoting, this is not me saying say this, I'm selling the store to the Japs. I'm like, oh, that didn't age well. Oh, oh. And then little Ben is aghast that his father wouldn't leave it to him, and he's worked hard for years without a pay rise or a promotion. Big Ben basically tells him, tough shit, you're too nice. When you shouldn't trust anyone. He goes, not even your own father. He goes, especially not even your own father.
That's what I tell my daughter every day.
Oh, really?
I
Don't
tell
trust
my
me.
daughter every day when I go to hand her a toy and then she reaches for it, I chuck it to the other side of the room and I go, "You learn your lesson."
You monster. You wait till she starts shitting up your house in retaliation. Right, anyway. We cut to Junior scrubbing pots at the orphanage, and he says it's his birthday. Like, now hang on a minute. Something happens later on. I'm like, what is the timeline of this? It's very confusing. So, yeah, we'll get to it.
Mhm.
And again, how does he know it's his birthday today? Like,
Well, because he remembers his birthday, apparently.
that's just it. Because I know some adopted kids, especially ones that have been banned, they just like give them a birthday just so they can register a birth certificate. So I don't know if it's something like that. But yeah, like you
Yeah,
said, he remembers being born, which is really odd.
or I don't know. If you're an orphan, every day's your birthday. Why
Well,
not?
yeah, why not?
No one
Um,
cares.
no one cares. Mother
That's
Superior.
awful. Sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah, just stop. Right. Anyway, Mother Superior wants those pots so clean she can see her face in them, and he picks up and he goes, "This one kind of looks like you." and then knocks a pot on her head, and then knocks a load of water over. She slips over it and goes out the garbage chute. Okay.
This is the point. Like, so for a start, she gets a pot stuck on her head, which she's incapable of taking off for some
Yeah.
reason. It's unclear as to why. And then when she's running down the hallway, he kicks over the bucket and goes, "I wonder if they want me to do the floor." It's like that's the thing with the voiceover where they've clearly done it afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
To
didn't
make it
need
look
to.
like he's mischievous. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't need to. They could have. Yeah, because otherwise he's just mean.
Yeah. And that's just it. None of these nuns are being purposely horrible to him. There are some people later on who are horrible to Junior. So, like, yeah, I get why you're going to be a dickhead back to them. What
Yeah,
were the
no, but he
nuns doing wrong?
But I mean, but just trying to get a little bit of discipline in him. And he's like, this is the thing you identify, and we'll get to this later when you're a kid. He's like, yeah, you stick it to those crusty old nuns. I'm not, I'm not going to do what anybody tells me to do. You should, though, because there is a reason why you're being told to do stuff. Just behave yourself, you little shit.
Yeah, they're giving you shelter and food and education and all that. So
But
just do
then,
as you're told.
but then later on, when people are mean to him, I feel less sympathy because he's a little shit. Like, I don't feel sympathy. He deserves everything he fucking gets because he's a
But
little arsehole.
but some of these kids just like and parents just immediately dislike him without knowing anything about it. They've met him for the first time. They just decide immediately, oh, we hate him. I was like, but what's he done? So that's kind of why I felt a bit sorry for him. Like some of them he has been a dick to, so I get it. But some of them he's done literally nothing wrong. And so he's like, oh well, fuck you then. You treat me like this, I treat you back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we get to the baseball game and little Ben's coaching against Roy's team, and Roy comes over to show a scan of a newborn baby
Have
and a
kids.
newborn
Kids
boy.
are great.
And he gives him a cigar that says, it's a boy on it. I'm like, oh, God. Someone gave me that. Just throw it away. Fuck off.
Right, don't waste a perfectly good cigar, Stu.
You'd smoke a cigar that says it's a boy on it.
Damn right I would.
Just scrape out the lettering and then smoke it. Yeah. Right. Anyway, everyone's listening to the nuns and Mother Superior shouting at Mr. Peabody, played by Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Gottfried.
yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried playing Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, go.
So all he's capable of doing is just playing
Oh,
himself in every film. Just
God.
minus all the swearing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's intolerable. He really is. And then they're all shouting at Mr. Peabody saying that he's got to go, but Mr. Peabody's defending Junior. So then Junior comes in pretending to be good, but then he drops the ruse and calls Mr. Peabody a stupid dick. I'm like, oh God! I was like, that was definitely cut out when that was on telly. I don't remember that bit. And he says he wants out, and then Mr. Peabody says that he'll arrange. I was like, but why were you acting good? Why didn't you just tell him, no, I don't want to be here. This is bullshit. Like, I don't know. Very odd. We cut to Ben and Flo's house, which is pristine.
I don't think that he understood that that was an option.
Well, that he could go.
Yeah, that if he just said get me out of here, that they could get him out of there, or at least Gilbert Gottfried could get him out of there.
But where are they going to put him? They need to find another family to put him somewhere.
Another orphanage, maybe.
Another orphanage, yeah, one that's not run by nuns. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben and Flo's house, and it's all
Are
pristine
they just
and
sitting
nice.
quietly in their living room? Because it cuts to them and they're just sitting there. It's like, what are they doing?
Just depressed about the situation that they can't have a kid.
Yeah, whack the telly on.
Well, maybe.
I mean, come on.
Come on. And then no, actually, they're not agonising. Flo is agonising. Like, oh, I'm never going to get invited to parties. Like, oh God, like, you are such a social climber. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, you don't care about because Ben does. He really wants to raise a kid and be a good dad and all that. And all she cares about is like being like queen of the neighbourhood or whatever.
But I mean, it's a good one because usually in these films, the mum is always like the soft, kind-hearted one, or they're
Yeah.
both soft. The fact they make her a bit spiky and a bit unlikable is quite an interesting subversion of that stock character.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just adds a little bit though to the tonal confusion of this movie, and this is kind of one of the problems I have with it. Is this film is all over the fucking shop. Like, it doesn't know what film it wants to be. It doesn't know what it is. Is it like a kids' comedy? Is it like a darker satire? It kind of tries to be all of it and ends up generally being none of it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure because I know how I feel about Ben as I'm watching. It's like, all right, yeah, okay, cool. But as I'm watching with Flo, I'm like, how am I supposed to feel about this woman? Am I supposed to feel sorry for her? Am I supposed to hate her? Like, what? What? I don't.
Yeah, and and that's what I mean. Like, it's all over the place. At the beginning,
Yeah.
it's like she's infertile, and it's like, okay, well, that's you feel sorry for her, but then assuming it's her. I mean, I don't. Oh no, it is her. They do say it's her.
Yeah.
But then when you find a reasoning for wanting kids, like, oh, well, no, probably shouldn't have a kid.
Exactly.
Seems like a terrible human being. You probably shouldn't be allowed to have a child.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, but Amy Yasbeck's good in it. I mean, she's good in most stuff. She's been good in most stuff she's in. Do you know her and John Ritter got married after this?
I do know that. You should have
They
said that
met-
Smith trivia, but that's fine.
Ah,
Yeah, no, that's kind of a nice story. And I read, oh, I bet they split up soon after. No, they didn't.
No,
and then
they're
John
married till they
Ritter
died.
passed away. Yeah, very sad.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, keep going to dark stuff. Anyway, right. So Ben urges that they should adopt and says it would be like shopping, which Flo likes. I'm like, oh God. And he goes, oh, you can buy a new dress and show him off. I'm like, oh God.
He knows how to appeal to his wife.
He does. He does. Now, this bit's weird. The kids are at the orphanage are writing letters to their pen pals. So someone's writing to Queen Elizabeth, one's writing to Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and then Junior's writing to the bow tie kid. I'm like, hang on a minute. How did he get his address to the prison? And why did they
Well,
mail it to him?
No, I assume that he knows what the address of the prison is, but I don't think the nuns would let this letter go out.
Exactly, that's my
I
point.
also don't think that a bow tie killer or a man known as a bow tie killer would be allowed to receive pen pals written. Although maybe actually, because lots of people used to write serial killers, and this is one of those things that I've read. This sort of subversion of that media obsession with serial killers and stuff that continues to this day. It's why when
Mm,
people are like, "Oh, but why is true crime big now?" Is I know true crime has always been fucking big. It's
always.
always been popular. Like it's not a new thing. It's just there's just more, mediums by which we can consume it through YouTube
Exactly.
and Netflix. There's more content for us to consume. People were obsessed with like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and people like that. Women were like sending him letters and stuff. I mean, they violently murdered a lot of women, but people still wanted to send him letters and send him love letters. It's absolutely fucking stupid. But I would also question in this why someone known as the bow tie killer in prison would be allowed to wear a bow tie. You think the one thing that they might take away from the bow tie killer would be a bow tie?
Yeah, he probably just means to strangle people with that bow tie. But yeah,
They probably should have had him with one made out of like newspaper or something.
yeah,
Like,
that would be funny. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Uh, Anyway, so yeah, we cut to Martin Beck, the bow tie killer in prison, and everyone's scared of him. And the letter's delivered to him, and Martin gets the Texas Tornado to read
the
it to him.
tornado.
And I remember even as a kid going, "That's Texas Tornado." My brother was like, "No," it ain't." And we wait till the credits right at the end, and I'll wait till we get to the end.
Kerry Von Erich.
Who Kerry Von Erich? What his character's name in this is like, oh God. But yeah, we'll get to it. But yes,
Yeah.
he has a tattoo of a swastika on his arm, and he reads on the letter that it's from JR, and he's getting out the orphanage. But Martin mistakes this as prison inmate getting out, and he wants to go and meet him. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I,
So they can team up and go on a murder spree.
maybe,
Tell you
yeah,
what there
it's
is.
probably that.
There is a couple of weird references, and I don't know if this is intentional because I couldn't see anything in my research about this. But there's a couple of references, like teaming up with someone to go on a murder spree, and a bit that happens at the end, which has a big old whiff of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer about it.
Maybe.
So have you ever seen Henry Portrait
Yeah,
of a
yeah, I've got
Serial
it.
Killer?
Got it on DVD.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's the two guys going
Mhm.
on a murder spree. And there's a bit that happens at the end, which is very similar to a bit in
All right, we'll get to
Henry.
it.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. The warden arrives and starts giving Martin shit from above, so he throws a dumbbell weight at him. He's like, "You won't be able to throw that. You're fucking heavy, that mate." But yeah, he throws it and it just knocks him off. Also, he would have gone to immediately to a high maximum prison after doing that.
I'm surprised he wasn't one anyway if he'd
Well,
killed that many
exactly.
people.
Yeah,
Just wandering about doing whatever the fuck he feels like.
yeah, bumming fags off of inmates.
Oh,
Oh, right. Anyway, Ben and Flo go to the adoption agency and speak to Mr. Peabody, and then he manipulates them into taking Junior. And then Ben keeps on encouraging Flo about the parties, the parties. Think about the parties.
there was a line of dialogue in this that I go, oh, he was like, just this morning I came upon a 7-year-old. I was like, you came upon a 7-year-old?
Oh, oh, Gilbert. Oh,
I know what you mean, but turn of phrase, my man.
yeah.
So what now? You did what?
Yeah.
You run a child agency. Hmm.
Hmm. Oh,
Also, when they got the picture of Junior, he looks like a fucking arsehole in that picture.
yeah, and it must be a recent picture because he's got the bow tie.
Yeah.
'Cause
They're like, oh, he's really cute. He's like, he ain't cute.
No, no, he's not. There were. Oh yeah, just a side note about Mr. Peabody. In every one of these films, even the made-for-TV one, Gilbert Gottfried's in it, and he's playing a different. No, he's got a new job each time. Like in this one, he's in the
Oh, right.
adoption agency. And the second one, he's the principal of the school for some reason. And in the third one, he's become a dentist. And every time he keeps running into Junior every single time. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so Junior's leaving the orphanage. His Ben is filming him looking so American. It's untrue. Oh God, he's got all cameras around his head. He's got his baseball cap on. Oh no, oh no. And then as Junior leaves, all balloons start coming out the window, and everyone celebrates.
This
And
is one of the bits where he said, "Oh, have you ever seen a grown man wearing so much blue?" Is another one of those bits where I was like, "Is that voiceover? Or is that him saying it out loud and I just can't see him?" Like, it's
Okay.
not clear.
Yeah, I think that was a voiceover, but yeah, I know what you
Hmm.
mean. Junior arrives at his new home, and Junior asks
Did
why. Sorry, Dom.
did you notice when they get home, the house across the street that you could see from the window earlier where that big party was happening is a completely different house than the one that's currently across the street when they
Is
pull
it
up.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
it's
spot
not the
that.
same house at all.
I did not spot that. But yeah, when they're outside, Junior says, "Oh, why did you adopt me? Why didn't you have one of your own?" And Ben goes, "Oh, that's because Mr. Peabody said you were such a great little boy and stuff." And Junior goes, "That was smart of him." That's funny. And then he says, "I hope you guys are insured." I'm like, oh, look, again, why are you being
Uh,
arsehole to these people immediately? They've taken
and
you into their home and they're fairly, especially Ben, he's fairly nice. Why are you doing this?
but this is again, it's a kid winking at the camera like, "I hope you guys are insured." Wank wank. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah,
Don't you play with me.
yeah. Starts manhandling the cat and he sees it if it has a parrot and he asks, "Oh, does he only know one word?" I was like, "Oh, I wonder what's going
No,
to
here
happen."
we go.
Yeah, yeah. And then the Healy show Junior his room, and it's a hideous room full of clowns.
Absolutely fucking insane.
And
Absolute nightmare fuel.
I've written that down. It's the stuff of fucking nightmares. I wrote
I
down.
mean, you hate clowns.
God, it's just why would you put that many clowns in there? One or two? The whole place is
Also,
full of them.
with all the music going off and the clowns and all kind of the bit, are we to believe these have all been on since they left to go to the
Yes,
orphanage?
Ali.
No, they've just been playing, and the neighbours have just been going slowly insane.
Ugh, hear that circus music. And then when he goes in there, he goes, "Oh my God, they're retarded." I was like, "Oh, that didn't
Ooh,
age well. That didn't age well."
ooh.
Big Ben arrives. It's fucking funny.
Yeah, this is one of the first genuine laughs I had watching this.
Big Ben arrives because little Ben promised him a big surprise, and he gives him that cigar from earlier. Ben misunderstands because he thinks Flo's pregnant. He goes, "Oh, I thought you were getting fatter." He's like, "No, no, no, it's not like that." He's like, "Oh, sorry, got you." And I'll tell me, did you get lobbed off one of them? Fucking
This is
hell.
where he said the line that got me was, "Oh, you followed my advice and took your sperm to someone who knew what to do with it." It's such a cruel, cruel line, but it's very funny.
It was funny. And then little Ben explains that they adopted, and he's like, "What are you insane?" And then Junior hears all of that, and then they open the door and they see that his room's just on fire. And I'm like, are we made to believe he set the fire, or did that
Yes,
clown short circuit? It's like, how did he make that thing just go on fire? Or did he just keep poking and fucking around with it until it went on fire?
probably had a lighter.
Yeah, he might have a lighter in his
That's the
pocket.
easiest one.
But then when they open the door, Big Ben goes, "Oh my God, it's the devil."
I
And
mean,
then,
he
sorry,
immediately hates him for no reason.
exactly. And this is my point. Just there are some people, the minute they're introduced to Junior, they just hate him. I'm like, but what's
Well,
he
I
done?
think Big Ben is supposed to be an arsehole
Oh
generally.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
he's not meant to be like a nice guy.
No. And then Junior acts all sad. He goes, "I was so scared." He goes, "Oh, the little punk is lying. I hope you get the damn receipt." Everything this man said was gold. And then fucking hell, what happens then? And then yeah, after he said that, Junior picks up the cat and throws it and he falls down the stairs. And as they're loading him with the ambulance, he's like, "Get rid of that kid." I know it's very silly, but I found it very funny. And then also, for some reason, the cat's got casts on its legs already. How? How has that cat got casts on its legs? They've literally just loaded Grandpa into the ambulance.
Emergency vets, Stu.
Oh,
They
I
move
see.
quick, they move fast.
Yeah. We see also that Junior has stolen Big Ben's wallet and takes all the cash. I'm like, "You're such a prick. You're not enough that you've thrown him down the stairs, you've taken his money as well."
I mean, he's an old man. You've only just met him.
Yeah. Well, no, he did stole him. Back at prison, Martin is doing Rorschach tests and saying pretty things he sees, and then the warden's getting all angry about this, and then the warden gets thrown out, and then the minute he leaves, Martin presumably kills him and takes his clothes and car.
I assume that's what we're led to believe. That Martin has killed the psychiatrist.
But I'm like, and then he just walks out of prison with his clothes on, presumably with blood
And
all over it, and no one says a damn thing, and no one recognizes
I,
it's Martin Beck, the serial killer.
I think it was very easy to escape from prison in the early 90s. You could
It
just
must have
walk.
been
You could just walk out.
all straight out. Yeah,
All the honor. All the honor system.
yeah. Anyway, so Ben's reading How to Be a Great Dad in Bed. Now, I've got a nice bit of trivia for this, but I don't know whether
Hmm.
that's part of your. Okay, then I'll leave it. Junior's fucking around downstairs going through drawers, and then Ben finds him. It's a very funny bit. As Ben shut in the drawers, there's
Yeah.
all these topless men, and he keeps shutting the drawers, and there's a magazine in every single drawer. That was very, very good. I don't remember that bit at all. What if it was cut out when it was on telly?
It may be. I think large bits of it were cut out when it was on TV, which makes an already short film even shorter.
Yeah, that bit was good. Junior feigns being scared and pretends that he wanted to write a get well card to Big Ben, and then Little Ben makes him some cocoa, and they talk about how he'll never get rid of Junior, and he just wants to be a great dad. So there's little touches like this, which I think where John Ritter's carrying it. I was like, yeah, you're fully committed to this. This is a very silly film, but you're totally invested in being this all-American dad, you know?
The performances are not bad in this film. I mean, apart from the kid, but yeah, he's carrying it, but he's given very little to work with. But now, what the thing I thought during this scene was, what the fuck is the music in this film? Like, it's like plinky plonky weirdness. Like every time Junior's doing something a little bit naughty, it's like boom, I was like, is this fucking Harry Manfredini or something? Because it sounds absolute shite.
Yet every time you see Martin Beck, it makes like the doom 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 doom. It makes
Yeah,
up some weird tune. It's like, what's that? So yeah, I know what you mean.
maybe it's jumping off Seinfeld. I don't know if it was
Ah,
him.
it could be.
Bam,
Could be.
bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Um, then we get a weird fade out transition. They keep doing this a lot. And I was like, oh, that's distracting. I don't like that. And then next morning, Ben tells Junior they're going camping, and then Flo wants Junior to come meet Mrs. Henderson and their daughter Lucy. And again, another example, Lucy instantly hates Junior and starts being a cow to him, and she doesn't want
Yeah,
him coming to her birthday party,
little Lucy needs a smack.
and she can't act for shit. It's so painful
Oh,
watching her deliver her lines. It's very bad.
she's awful. But I do like the way that her mother threatens her into doing the right thing, which is, the right way to behave with children. When in doubt,
Yeah.
threaten them.
Yeah, he goes, oh, maybe we won't have a party and a cake and a clown and presents. He's like, fine, I want you to come to my party. But then he says, but Mum, he dresses like the man who cremated Uncle Leo. Well, that was quite funny. Chloe's happy they're being accepted by the neighbours, but she says she isn't going camping, she's going shopping instead. It takes money off Ben. I was like, oh, what a bitch.
So John Ritter doesn't deserve any of this crap.
No, what's he done?
Everyone's fucking horrible to him.
Yeah. Because this is, but I'm like, does Flo actually love him, or does she just want a kid so she can show off to the neighbours? Because this is what I never quite, because their relationship goes to shit by the end of the film. But I'm like, is
Mm,
that more because she resents making adopt a kid, or did she never really like Ben?
not clear. Not clear.
Yeah, yeah. Ben gives Junior some pocket money, which is $1. And then on their way to camping, Junior sees that there are bears and he's firing his catapult out the window. I've written down, where did he get that and why is he allowed it? You
Yeah.
know?
It's not. I don't know why kids at this time had catapults. Why catapults were a thing? Like it's for hunting. I get it, but like just generally, I was never allowed one. I don't
I had
want
a
one.
catapult. I had loads of them.
Well, you shouldn't have been allowed one.
No, I shouldn't have been allowed. The amount of shit me and my brother used to break. So no, we shouldn't have had them. There is a funny bit as he's firing it out the window. He was talking, ah! Well, that was good. They pitching up tents next to toilet cabins for some reason. So why are they doing that?
Because his name's an arsehole.
Yeah, total. Ben wants Junior to call him Dad rather than Mr. Healy. And then somebody farts, but it's not clear whether it was Junior or Ben who did it. And then Junior says, oh, well, something, blah, 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 and it wasn't quite clear what he said. Wait,
So,
wait,
so
what?
what? So just before this, I've written this bit down because it's not a good joke. It's a very lazy joke. So
Okay.
he's talking about John Ritter's talking about the sounds of nature, and he mentions I think it's a bird called a bobolink,
Ah,
a bobolink, and then Junior goes, "That's a pretty big bobolink." It's like that's no, that doesn't work. It's a joke.
that's what
Because
he said.
nobody
Okay.
nobody calls a fart a bobolink. A bobolink is a type of bird. It doesn't make any sense. You're an idiot. It's bad writing. Stop it. And again, it's that wink, wink, nudge, nudge at the camera, flat delivery of a child actor who cannot act.
So I didn't mind his acting. Some of the
No,
stuff
it's
like
just
that, it bothered me. But no, I didn't think he was a bad actor.
it's 90s kid acting, which is just be loud. That'll do.
I don't know, man. There are some films I've watched in the 90s and I cannot stand the kids in it. I really didn't mind him in this. It was fine.
Well, fine.
Fine. There are worse kid actors in this one. Yeah, they're also here camping with Roy and his kids, and they're singing around a campfire, and Ben's cooking hot dogs, but Junior's all by himself.
Oh, this camping trip looks like my fucking nightmare.
Oh, it looks awful, doesn't it?
I mean, I hate camping in the first place. If you like camping, never wear with yourself. Jesus Christ. But like, just all sit around in the woods around a fire, singing songs and being a pain in the ass. It's like, right, where's the telly? Where's my bed? Where's the central heating? Where's a toilet that I can use?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's not being woken up by the fucking sunlight at 6 a.m.? No, thank you. Go away.
Yeah, if I ever went inverted commas camping, it'd have to be like in a caravan, a proper glamping thing. It's like, I'm not going in a tent out in the woods. That's no,
If
fuck
I
that.
went camping, I've been like tenting with not like camping, camp, but like at festivals
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
things
me
like that.
too.
I fucking hated it every
That's
time.
grim,
You know
isn't
what?
it?
If I went camping now, do you know what I'd do? Go to a hotel.
Yeah, yeah. I'll meet you at the festival. I'm going back to the hotel.
Yeah, or like I'll just walk into the woods for an afternoon, look around, go, yep, nature. Right, I'm back to the hotel. There's
Yeah,
a
it's
bar
cold
there.
and dark now. Yeah, yeah.
A
There's a
nice,
bar.
a
Yeah,
nice warm shower. There's a bar. Lovely.
yeah. No, no, absolutely. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Then what? And then yeah, Roy shows Ben a fake bear suit and he says he's going to scare the kids with it later. But then he starts being all obnoxious about how Ben had to adopt, and then he gives him a hat that says Dad, but Roy's got one that says Super Dad on it. It's like, oh, I
I mean,
fucking hate Roy.
Roy is really keen on his kids as well. It's a bit fucking weird. Like he's properly like into like I got six great kids. It's like you're a fucking weirdo, mate. I mean, I know it's nice to love your kids, but come on, calm down.
And he's really obnoxious to Ben. He's like, oh, it's okay that you had to adopt. It's like, why do you even have to say that? Well,
Don't
why?
don't bring it up. When he got the bear costume out, because I hadn't remembered this bit, I was like, I suspect this man is about to get bummed by a bear,
This is a
and he
kids' film,
didn't. And I
Smith.
was very, very disappointed that he didn't.
There was no bum bear rape in it. Bear bum rape.
No,
Whatever.
that would have made it for me.
That would have made it for you. Yep. Junior tells the kids they should light a forest fire, and the kids decide to ignore him. So Junior pisses all over the fire and puts it out. This is another bit that's always cut out because we should just ignore him, and it just cuts to the next bit. I don't get what just happened, but yeah, he pissed all over the fire and put it out.
They're all bad at each other. They all need a
Yeah,
slap around the back of the head.
they are. Because they all decide they hate Junior for no fucking reason. I was like, what did he do?
Well, it's because he suggested because they're fucking goody two shoes, and
Oh, right.
he suggested burning the forest down. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they reacted quite badly to that suggestion.
Yeah, they could have said, no, how about we do this instead? We're just going to ignore him. Then what happens? Then Junior's luring a bear with a stake on a rope. Was the campsite? Where'd you get that stake from? Look quite nice.
He had waste of a good state that.
Yeah. And then the bear arrives and the kids and the mum get to the car terrified. Ben thinks it's Roy in a suit as Junior's hiding in the tree. And then Ben suddenly realizes it's the real bear and he beats the absolute shit out of Ben, throws him through a tent. The bear leaves, but then Roy arrives and he's fake. So, oh, here we go, like that. So then Ben starts beating the shit out of Roy with a frying pan. Oh dear. All
That
from
bear
that,
just comes along, terrorizes everybody, and then just walks off. But no, I've had enough.
we probably just wanted the steak. Just give me the steak and I'll go. Then what? Then Ben's reading a book, How to Discipline Your Child. Again, who was the author on the back of that book?
Well,
Yeah, well, and he refuses to believe it was Junior was responsible. But then Flo's like, "No, you should lock him in your room." And then Ben says, "We should use positive reinforcement rather than punishment." But then the parrot arrives and starts going up yours, dickhead. So reinforce that. So then we get to the birthday party for that little girl Lucy, which is fancy dress. And of course, Junior's dressed as a devil because why not?
this bit really stuck with me. Him dressed as the devil. Like
Yeah,
that's a bit that really, really stuck with me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's weird because as we mentioned it earlier, some scenes came back to you. Pretty much this entire movie came back to me. Even lines came back to me. It's just
Really.
sometimes I could predict what the actor was going to say next. That's how much I must have seen it. Or if I haven't seen it that often, it just resonated with me for some reason.
Or that's how predictable and bad the script is.
There's also that. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, Big Ben gives some leaflets and badges for Junior to pass out to his friends, and he's like, "What for?" He's like, "Oh, because he has $10." He went, "Yeah, sure, Grandpa." Next scene, she goes bang and just throws them all in the bin. Yeah,
I mean, Big Ben no longer hates him for some reason.
yeah, and he even calls him Grandpa. He doesn't call him Ben.
Yeah.
Funny. And then Junior starts admiring the presents, and then Lucy starts being a little cow to him, followed by the rest of the girls. Like,
She's a
so
little
so
cow.
mean to him. And then she says that Junior's not allowed to go watch the magic show. Why? Why can't he watch the
I mean,
magic
to be fair,
show?
my sympathies are lessened because he's such a little shit.
But he's not been a little shit to her yet. He's just turned
So
up to a birthday
I don't care.
party.
I don't care. I've seen all the other shit he's done. He deserves everything he gets coming to him. And also,
Mm.
he overreacts to this slight. He overreacts
Yeah,
quite badly.
yeah, yeah. Well, we get to a funny bit with Ben now. So Junior's watching the show from indoors and he's quite sad. And then Ben comes and gives him a talk and says, "Oh, it's sad to be left out, isn't it?" And then he gives him a hardened prune that his grandfather gave him before he died. And this is hilarious. It says, grandfather came a little bit senile by the end. He thought he resembled Roosevelt. Fuck.
It's just a fucking weird line. It's also like, oh, I've kept this in my pocket for 30 years. That's fucking weird.
It
Who's
is
doing
weird.
that?
But he said it's symbolising a bond between two people, and I want you to look after it, Junior. So the sentiment is there. It was just that line about it resembling Roosevelt. Grandpa went a little bit senile. Right. And then Junior decides it's time to get revenge on Lucy. Again, way overreacts, and he
Well,
starts causing
he's got a little bit of my own magic. And I think he's confused being an arsehole for magic.
magic. Yeah. And it's not even, there's a couple of pranks. Like, if he just threw all the presents in the pool, that's one thing. He does some horrible shit. Some really horrible shit.
He
What
cuts
was
off
it?
one of the girl's pigtails.
Yeah, cuts off the girl's pigtails, puts a frog in the punch, blows up the cake, puts a load of like pickles and gherkins and shit in the pinata.
Yeah.
Uh,
That
oh,
wouldn't work, by the way. That would just soak it through. It would be
yeah.
useless. Wouldn't work as a pinata.
Bursting balloons. I was like, oh, that wasn't that horrible because he did that when he first arrived anyway. But yeah, all of
Yeah.
this is going on to It's My Party with Luke.
Puts a sprinkler up in her bedroom.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There was that. But yeah, the final straw is when he blew up the cake and they'll turn around and look at him. And this
But
is
the
all
one thing
going on.
is how are none of the adults noticing this happening? Like, even if you're at a party, you saw a kid like taking a sprinkler and just leading it through the house. Someone's going to see that and be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
Even if it wasn't my kid, I think I'd feel within my rights to step in and go, "Sorry, what are you doing?"
yeah. Don't know. Maybe they think he'll play a prank on them or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, and all that's going on to It's My Party. Right. And then back at home, Flo's absolutely furious and she wants to get rid of Junior. And then she gives him a brush to go and beat Junior with.
Yeah, he's like, "Here, be a man." It's like, well, that is some very early 90s parenting right there.
Absolutely.
See, when my daughter's older, I'm going to use psychological torture.
Yeah.
I won't be hitting her. No, 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 no. I'll be messing with her. That's
Yeah.
different.
Absolutely. Start hiding
I,
like key items that you need.
I just while I remember the "It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want to," that came back to me. I remember that being
Hmm.
in this film.
Yeah.
That very strong memory of that sequence.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. So Ben goes in with that brush to beat Junior, but then Junior's fake praying to God for forgiveness. So instead, Ben goes, "Oh, I'm going to take the $1 allowance back." And then Junior goes in the drawer and it's just absolutely full of money. He goes, "I wonder if he's got change for a 20." That was good.
Yeah.
But then as he leaves, he's like, "What's wrong with this guy? Is he nice or something?" I was like, "Yes, yes, he's a very nice man."
Again, that voiceover was unnecessary, and I think they've put it in because the kid is too unreadable. Like,
Yeah,
what's he thinking? Why is he doing what he's doing? You don't know because the kid is completely blank, and it's like, oh, you need to put something in because otherwise. But even then, like, you don't need it. You don't need it.
no, no, because there are moments later on. We'll get to it, like when he's in the car crying and stuff. It's like, yeah, you get it. He just wants to be loved, but he's doing all this shit to test people. That's why he's doing it,
Yeah.
and he fucks with people who fuck with him. Anyway, yeah, at a gas station, Martin Beck arrives and he steals a smiley pie, and then he carefully leaves the store as the cops show up
That's the
disguising
weird
himself.
one. Smiley pie has stuck with me for some reason.
Did
I
it?
don't know why. I just saw it. And I was like, I gotta remember that when I was a kid, like wanting a smiley pie. Didn't know what the fuck they were, but I wanted it.
That's probably the one thing that didn't come back to me because I was like, what the hell is a smiley pie? Is it like a moon pie or something? Like,
I
what is
still
it?
don't know, but I still want one because it sounds great.
All right. We'll see if we can get Smith a smiley pie.
Please do. So if anyone has smiley pies, if they're an actual thing, send one to me.
Yeah, to the usual hate mail address. Right.
Yes, please. Along with hate mail. But like don't like put poo on it or anything.
Yeah,
Don't, I wouldn't want that.
yeah.
And that's
Eat
not a
it and
double bluff.
spit it out in an envelope
That's
with
not a double
Post-it.
bluff. I really wouldn't want that. I'm not
All
saying
right.
that I wouldn't want it because I secretly do want it, but no, I don't want it.
My head hurts, Smith. Stop.
Yes.
Anyway, right. Anyway, so Martin leaves disguising himself with a circus leaflet. So two observations there. Number one, I wonder if this circus will come back. And number two, he gets into that car. That car is beat up and shit. I was like, isn't that supposed to be the psychologist's car?
No, no, no. He steals a different car because
Ah,
he thinks the cops are looking for him, and so they'll be looking for the psychologist's car. So he steals
right.
the car that someone's working on. Yeah, it's a completely different car.
Got it. Because I was thinking, why the hell is a psychologist who probably gets paid a lot got a shitty old car? But yeah, that makes sense there. Right. Then we get to the baseball game, and this scene is burning into my head as well. And Big Ben's promoting his mayor campaign because why not? And then,
Because kids can vote,
yeah,
apparently.
it's even again back at the birthday party. He's like, "Oh, hand these out to your little friends for what? Why? What are you
That's a
gonna
wa-
do with it?"
that is a waste of campaign funds. Let me tell you.
Absolutely, it is. Little Ben's team is shit at baseball, so Ben appoints Junior as batsman, even though he doesn't know how to play, and then he's crap at
That's
it.
nepotism. Nepotism in action right there.
Absolutely. But Big Ben has a great line. He goes, if that kid wasn't adopted, I swear he was your real son. That's really good. The opposing team, coached by Roy B. Dixter Jr., saying Ben is a dork, and then they start going, son of dork, son of dork. So then Junior, by accident, throws the bat, which hits Big Ben's windshield. Like, oh, my new car.
I mean, he was a bit of a dork. It's like it's a bit earlier, the bit earlier baseball game where he says like, "Oh, if we win, we get ice cream, and if we lose, hell, well, I'll have ice cream anyway." It's like that's what's wrong with this generation. Fucking participation awards.
Well,
You
exactly.
don't you don't win, you get jack shit.
That's the whole point of coaching a team. If you win, we all get to reward. And, if you don't, sorry, gang, try harder next time.
No ice
Just,
cream for you. You're
yeah,
fat enough.
exactly. Yeah. Got your shit at baseball.
Yeah, you're fat. You eat too much ice cream.
Yeah.
Too many smiley pies.
Yep. Yeah, so this time Ben tells Junior to hold on the bat no matter what. He's like, yeah, that's a good idea. So this time he hits the ball, but he won't let it go. And then he starts beating the shit out of the kids with it. Now, do you deliberately not see what's going on just so you can see like the hats flying up and stuff? Or was there
Yeah,
scenes of him actually eating the kids? Because the only one
I
I
would.
saw was when he hits in the cock, when he slides along.
I would assume no, you don't see it, because it's. We'll get into this on the production side of this film.
Okay, fine.
You know, yeah, I think there's a reason why you don't see it.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, then after all that carnage, we get bad at the bone again, and then at this point Ben goes, "We've adopted Satan." So yeah, they're in church, and Ben goes to confession, and that little kid from the store earlier comes up to talk to him, goes, "Oh, hey, Mr. Healy, we had the best camping trip ever." And he goes, "Oh, blow it out your ass."
That
Yes.
was very that was very amusing.
Yeah, that made me laugh because I wasn't expecting it because he's been so nice all the way through that he's basically just get the fuck off. Judy goes to the confession box and then Ben goes at the same time, and he hears that he's going to take it back to the orphanage, which really upsets Junior. He's like,
I
no,
mean,
that's the worst thing you could do.
John Ritter has given up quite easily here. He's only had to give like a week.
Yeah, but look how much carnage he's caused already. You know?
Well, you adopt a kid, you got to put up with that shit.
Yeah, true. They're at the adoption agency, and Ben and Flo go absolutely mental at Mr. Peabody. But he's like, bad parents make bad children. It's like, they do, but that's not their kid, so he already was bad. And Mr. Peabody reveals that he's been returned 30 times already, which gives Ben a moment of clarity they shouldn't give up on him. And he gives a really ridiculous speech about he could be the president of the United States. I'm like, hang on a minute. He's been returned 30 times already. But how? I thought he never left the orphanage. I thought all those times where he kept going to different families, that had nothing to do with the adoption agency. That was just people just door dropping the baby and running off.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that didn't make any sense to me, that bit. Yeah. Anyway, we get outside and Junior is in the driving seat of the car and he's all upset. He's like, "Oh, you said you were never going to get rid of me and we were going to be, together forever." And he's like, "No, we are." But then Ben's left the keys in the car, so Junior drives off with Ben on top of it to
Which
Bonding
but
World.
they feel the need to have Amy Asbeck tell them that he's left the keys in the car in case we couldn't quite work out what was happening here.
Yeah, yeah. I think this scene's really good because the stunt is very, very good.
The
Very, very
stunt is good. The stunt is good.
yeah. The
Until it
narrative,
crashes into the store and then all those barrels fall on that dummy of John Ritter.
yeah, it's quite clearly. I mean, even the head's turned silly. Yeah, yeah. The narrow avoiding crashing all the cars. They crash into Big Ben's store, but yes, it is quite clearly a dummy.
Well, it wouldn't be fucking John Ritter. I
No,
mean,
but
he wasn't like a big movie star, but he was still like relatively well known. You're not going to drive him through a fucking
nah.
window.
But whoever the stuntman was doing a hell of a job as well. They're on the road and shit. I was like, oh fuck, that's still dangerous. Uh, Back home, Ben's reading The Exorcist,
Yeah,
which is really good.
it's quite neat.
He's at the wit's end, and then Ben gets a call from his accountant, presumably, and he tells him that Big Ben has cleaned out his bank account to pay for the damage. I've written down, how does Big Ben have access to his bank account? But what? Made no sense to me. We get a really dark bit where Ben goes to Junior's room with a pillow, as if he's going to smother him, and the pillow says "Home Sweet Home" on it.
I remember that. Like, was he going to kill him? It's pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, because what interrupts him is that Martin's finally arrived at the house. I'm like, so did Martin ever rang the doorbell? He was going to kill him? But yeah, proper dark. And I've written down, how did he know what the address was? Junior sent that letter from the
From the orphan-
orphanage.
Yeah.
But then,
Unless he's been continuing to no,
well,
but then he broke out.
no, that's yeah, exactly. Because then he says, I was the one who sent you all those letters. And I've written down, what letters? Wasn't it just one? Or are we missing a scene where he was writing letters from the Healy's house? But you're right, he broke out of prison before he went to
No,
the Healy's house.
I did suspect it was more than one letter because he broke out to go meet him. So I'm assuming it's more than one letter. So I assume they've been like corresponding, or he'd sent him a number of different letters. I don't know what he said he was up to make him think he was such like a hardened killer. Because it's like he wouldn't be like, oh, and then I kicked a nun over, or like was he just putting letters like, yeah, and then I butchered a nun.
Yeah, it's all
Like,
very, very odd.
yeah, very odd.
Then Martin says, I drove 1,000 miles to hang out with a 7-year-old. He goes, I'm going to be 82 weeks. I read that. No, no. You said it was his birthday about 3 weeks ago when he was at the orphanage. Unless he just said that to make it sound more impressive and it's not going to be his birthday.
Unless this is meant to be like a year later.
That's the other thing. There's no time scale. How long has he been causing havoc for the Heelys? Maybe it has been a
Yeah.
year. Who knows?
We'd need a montage to know that for definite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Junior pretends that Martin's his Uncle Marty, and then Flo's delighted and wants him to stay and have dinner with them, and then so he'll take Junior away. And then this really weird bit during the dinner scene. Martin comes to the kitchen, he thrusts himself on Flo, she's kind of into it, and they presumably have sex on the kitchen floor.
Yeah, I mean, she responded very well to what was sexual assault.
Yeah. So then she decided immediately, oh yeah, I don't love Ben anymore. I love this weird stranger who's in my house. It's
Yeah, he's a very odd man.
very. And Ben is lifeless throughout all of this. He's just completely comatose. We get that weird fade transition. The next morning, I couldn't work out if this was meant to be blood or lipstick, but written on the wall is, if you ever want to see your wife and kid again, it's going to cost you $100,000. Kiss, 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 Uncle Marty. And then Ben doesn't notice it at first, but then he sees a newspaper with Martin's face on it. Uh, Christ, someone else.
I mean,
Yeah.
before I saw the next scene, I'd written down there if I was him, I'd let him have him.
Oh, yeah. This is peculiar as well.
Kid's nothing but trouble, and the wife's a bitch. So I really wouldn't.
And what
I
makes
really
him,
wouldn't be that fussed.
what makes him think he's got $100,000? $100,000 in 1990 money was like, I don't know, close to a million. That's a lot of fucking money. What makes you think I've got that?
I mean, $100,000 is a lot of money now.
Well, yeah.
Like, I don't just have 100 grand knocking about.
Oh, sure, yeah. You know,
Yeah, 100 grand. Let me just call my banker.
yeah. In the car, Junior is showing Martin toys he's brought with him, and Martin throws them out the window. And he says to Junior, they're not partners, and he doesn't like him. So why have you? Oh no, he wants him because of the ransom money. Right, okay. Then
Yeah.
Ben is celebrating the house that both Flo and Junior are gone. I was like, why are you pleased Flo's gone? I thought you loved your wife. But all right,
Yeah,
maybe.
but she just cheated with him with another man in the kitchen, and there's been a bit
Oh,
of a
that's
row.
true. That's true. That's true.
Like, oh, she doesn't love him. She's just a status obsessed social climber.
True.
Like, she's not interested at all.
No. In the back of the car, Flo is tied up for some reason, but she's in love with Martin. She goes, I thought you loved me. This was our honeymoon. I'm like, what?
What? Did you get married? When did that happen?
Fucking weird. You already are married. You can't do that. Anyway, then Martin puts her in a suitcase and puts her in the boot of the car.
This is the thing. If he's supposed to be a vicious murderer, why doesn't he just kill her?
Well,
Like,
exactly.
he's supposed to be a vicious murderer, he'd just kill her. And this is the bit that's a bit like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, because at the end, his girlfriend ends up in that suitcase on the side of the road.
Ah, yes, yes,
So I'm
yes.
like, is this a little bit like someone's seen Henry and gone, oh, we'll just make a sort of a slight like a slight, spoof of it. Perhaps I might be reading too much into it.
You could be, but meh, maybe. With the smoke this far. Uh, back
Not
at
always.
home, yeah. Back at home, Ben's gone mad, and we get that scene which is in Cape Fear that Robert De Niro keeps laughing at. The here's Daddy when he comes through the door and starts smashing up his room. But then as he's trashing up,
What that is? God, I haven't seen that film in years.
yeah, there's a bit in Cape Fear when Robert De Niro keeps on laughing. And why he's taken that scene to keep laughing when there's other stuff that happened in the film, and then Nick Nolte and his family get really annoyed and just walk out of the cinema.
Yeah, towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Could have stuck for another 15 minutes. It would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they spoof it in The Simpsons as well, which is really funny. Anyway, yeah, Ben's trashing Junior's room and he finds drawings, but then he finds a really nice one of Ben, followed by the heart.
It's a shit picture of it. It's
No,
not a good picture. It's terrible.
it is, but he hasn't drawn him as a monster or something like that. And
Well,
he realizes that Junior liked him all along. So then Ben goes to Big Ben's store to ask for 100 grand ransom money, but Big Ben's about to go on live for his campaign, and he tells him no, he won't give him the money. So Ben quits his son and leaves, but not before flicking on the camera. And he tricks Big Ben to start trashing the voters live on air. Big Ben shows his ass.
I mean, are we to believe that in the store, whilst chastising his son, he dropped his trousers, got his ass out, and gave it a little wiggle?
He says, "Don't come sucking round to me because the only thing you get from me is this." And he's wearing like American flag pants as well. But yeah, absolutely. A store full of people, a cameraman, and he just pulls a Mooney. I remember loving that bit. I was a kid. I thought it was so fucking funny. Right. Anyway, so Ben comes home and he takes a call from Martin. I've written down, how did Martin know the number? Like,
Yeah. And how did Ben know to get home in time for that call? Because he was rushing for it. Like, was there a timeline given on that wall? Is there stuff written on
no.
another wall that we haven't seen?
Yeah, and where is he? There was no instruction where to bring the money. Was he just supposed to wait for a phone call? I don't know. Whatever. But Martin says he will be at the circus to meet him. Oh, that circus that you had the poster for.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Ben takes Roy's car, drives off, but then comes back to take his super dad hat. Oh, come on. That's cringe. At the circus, Martin hates it, so he punches a clown who's like, "Look, a giraffe! Look, a fist! Bang!" Always wanted to punch a clown. So, fuck clowns. Anyway, Flo is still in the boat and dogs are watching, and then Ben arrives and wants Junior back. But he throws him the money, but Junior doesn't give it back. Like, what? I presume that bag isn't full of cash. It's probably just full of like newspapers or socks or
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
would, I
Pad
would
it
assume
out.
so because he didn't have the money.
No,
So,
exactly.
but yeah,
Yeah. And
we
this
never
was
find what's in the bag.
no, no, you don't. And then for some reason now Martin wants to keep Junior. I'm like, why? He's like, how about it, pal? We could be, partners. I'm like, but you just said earlier you didn't want to be. What?
Mm.
Junior then kicks Martin in the balls and then grabs the bag and runs off. And then Ben and Martin start fighting, and then Martin
This
chases
turns into
Junior.
a completely different film at this point.
Exactly. This was my
It's like, it
problem
goes.
with it.
It's like, why is it suddenly an action chase sequence? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't just continue with the formula that was going around, him slowly being a dickhead, and then the family grow to accept it. Then it just turns into this chaotic nonsense.
Yeah,
But yeah,
weird. It's a completely different movie. It's already been two or three different movies up until this point. It's very oddly paced. This film,
yeah, it is.
very oddly paced.
Um, Junior makes his way to the circus tent and then ends up on a trapeze, which Martin goes on it as well, and he falls off. And then Junior zip wires down to Ben and calls him Dad, which Ben is happy with. Then Martin escapes, but for some reason Ben wants to chase him. He's like, nobody messes with the Heelys. Why are you
Just let him
chasing
go.
him? Yeah, exactly.
The
He
man,
hasn't,
as we have been led to believe, is a vicious killer.
and he hasn't even taken that fake bag of money. And even if he had taken it, there's no fucking money in it. So what is it about?
Let him go. Let him
Yeah,
murder his way across the country. It's not your problem.
no. Junior drives the car as Ben's shooting the boot off, which
They are
causes the
breaking
suitcase to
so
fly.
many fucking laws at this
So
point.
many, so many. All of it's quite good though. It's all practical stunt work. Suitcase goes flying out with Flo on top, and then she demands a divorce again. Why? And
She'd
then,
be dead.
oh, totally dead.
She'd be
More than
dead.
one time. Yeah,
Yeah.
even she had
She'd,
suffocated in the
well,
boot.
yeah. Oh yeah. First of all, she suffocated in the suitcase. Second of all, the second she went flying from one moving car to another, dead.
Dead. Totally dead. Ben then shoots out Martin's tyres, which causes it to crash, and then Flo flies off with the suitcase onto a pig truck. And then cops arrive and arrest Martin, but he grabs a gun and shoots Ben. But it's fine because he had that prune in his pocket. That was convenient.
Let's see. Would a prune stop a bullet? I
Let's
think.
try, Smith.
What? Oh no!
So
It
Junior
wasn't a
begs.
prune. It was a regular plum. It stopped nothing. Nothing. Now there's fruit in my wound.
Oh, that'd be
Shouldn't
horrible.
supposed to get fruit in it.
Anything else is fine, not fruit.
Got a plummy wound.
Anyway. So Junior begs him not to die and promises to be good and that he loves him. And then he comes back
No.
alive. And Junior says, "Oh, that was all bullshit about me being good." And Ben
And
goes,
he
"I
says
just
that all in the same tone that he says everything else. There's no emotion, there's no change, there's nothing. It's just the same monotone, reading the lines he's been given, because it's all he knows how to
leave him alone."
do.
Anyway, Ben says he just wants Junior to be himself. He's like, "Oh, when some people never learn." And then Junior throws his bow tie off the bridge, and then we get a voiceover from Junior that, I can't even remember what his voiceover is, but it kind of just wraps it all up. Oh no, he says there are certain questions that you ask yourself, and one of them is like, "Whatever happened to Mrs. Healy?" And then Flo opens the suitcase, we see the pig's balls, and it farts on her. And then we get that, and then we get that dreadful song from the Beach Boys, "Problem
Beach Boys,
Child."
the fucking Beach Boys. What is going on? It's awful.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, that song
Ned,
starts.
Kerry Von Erich playing.
Yeah,
Playing a neo-Nazi.
Neo-Nazi. I don't remember. I just remember as a kid looking down, going, "Yeah, it was Kerry Van Erich." I don't remember going neo-Nazi. What's that?
Kids film, dude.
Ah,
Kids film.
kids film. Right. So that was Problem Child. So let's rewind back. We are young kids. What did we enjoy about it?
What do I enjoy about it? Well, I was not the best behaved young man, I think. It's probably safe to say. You probably bore witness to some of that, even though we met each other a little bit later. Um, I would have liked, I think, just the nature of the problem child, like doing all the naughty stuff and getting up to hijinks. And I was like, I want to get up to hijinks. I want to set fire to something. I want to hang a nun. Uh, I want to wear bow ties and model myself after a serial killer. Some things did come to pass.
Yeah.
Um, um, I mean, it's quite easy and breezy. Like it's an 80-minute film, right? There isn't that much going on. Like you get in and get out. Although it feels like there's quite a lot of plot for an 80-minute film.
Yeah.
Too many different elements. I think it mainly would have just been that. Like it's just like, oh, I want to like dress up as a devil and I want to go and, you know, cause havoc. How about you?
It totally would have appealed for me, the naughtiness, because I like Dennis Smith. So I even like the Dennis the Menace cartoon. I read the Beanos, so just kids being mischievous. I loved. It came out around about the same time as Home Alone, which is a kid setting up traps and fucking adults up and stuff like that. I found some of the comedy funny back then, like the nun going flying out of the garbage truck and all that. Sorry, the garbage chute,
Mm.
all that sort of thing. Grandpa falling down the stairs, that sort of thing. So there was all the silly comedy which would have appealed to a kid appealed to me. So yeah, I think as a kid, I didn't really like Problem Child 2 as a kid. I thought that was stupid, which is weird because when you're a young kid, you probably put them all in the same bucket. But even then, I knew that one was
What
crap.
happened in Problem Child 2? Oh.
Problem Child, Amy Yazbek's back playing somebody
Yeah,
different this time. So it's Ben and Junior have moved to a new town. He starts a romance with some woman, and Junior doesn't like her. But
right.
Sideways, Ben kind of likes this nurse as well, who is played by Amy Yazbek. She's not the love interest yet. She's got this
Right.
horrible shit little girl, and then Junior and this girl will like become like rivals, but in the end they become like friends and they team up. That's basically
Okay.
what it's about.
No, I don't need to watch it then. Good.
No, no, it's crap. It's not good at all. But yeah, the main antagonist is this rotten cow who's trying to marry Ben and move in and become
Mm.
Junior's new stepmom. It's not very good.
No, okay.
Right. Cool. All right. Before you go in about what you hate about it, was there anything you liked about it now as an adult?
Some of the performances are quite good, and there's some good lines. There are some good jokes. Like there's a few good jokes. I think you say John Ritter's fine. Jack Warden's good. Um, Amy Asbeck's good. Like all the adults, like Michael Richards, they're all good. Like what they're doing is fine. Gilbert Gottfried plays Gilbert Gottfried. Um, the problems, yeah. So in terms of what I liked, some of the performances. I mean, the adult performances are all good. There's some good lines.
Mhm.
Um, what about you? What did you like?
I wrote down what I liked about it. What did I like it? So Grandpa is hilarious. Thought he was really
Hmm.
funny. There are some funny lines. Yeah, John Ritter's fully committed to the role. He knows how silly it is, but he's fully committed to it. There's some good stunts in it. I thought the stunts was good. It's short, sharp, and to the point, and
Well,
it's and there's some good use of music in it, like the Band of the Bone and Born to Be Wild and A Real
it's all a
Wild
bit on the
One and all that.
nose, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's that resonated with me as well. I thought the music was good when I was a kid. But yeah, those are the things I liked about it. It was very short, sharp, to the point. Just switch my brain off and just watch some chaos happen for 8 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll tell you what I didn't like about it.
Yeah, go on. All right,
Um,
let's move
ch
on. What
child acting is all terrible in it, uniformly. I mean, the lead kid is fine, but not good. Um, the pacing is off completely. Like, he doesn't even get to John Ritter until what, half an hour in?
is it that long? I thought it was about 20 minutes, maybe. Well, yeah, perhaps.
But because it's such a short film,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
while
yeah.
till he gets in. And then by the time he gets to that long bit and the big weird end sequence, which doesn't fit with the rest of it,
It
you
doesn't.
suddenly like, yeah, you suddenly you've only got 25, 30 minutes of him being a mischief in the middle. So everything feels rushed and it feels like skipped over. It feels like it doesn't know, and I think this comes to production of it, it doesn't quite know what it wants to be. So it's trying to be a kind of a weird satire, a bit like, have you ever seen War of the Roses with Michael Douglas?
Yes, very good.
That's very good, right? That's the kind of film I think this wanted to be because that film's vicious and it's nasty and there is no happy ending. Like it's
Mm,
properly like this is a romantic comedy and we're just going to really show you how mean people can be to one another by the end of it. I think it wanted to do that, but it didn't quite have the balls to do it, so it kind of pedals it all back a bit. Like even with the meaner characters, it kind of just softens it ever so slightly just to make it. But then it has these weird moments, like Michael or Martin Beck killing a psychologist. Like it's weirdly adult then. Um,
yeah.
and then it does a weird action thing at the end. It undercuts like he's mischievous and he's the devil, but is he? Because all he's doing is really stupid little pranks, and it's like, well, that's not really that bad. Some of the stuff he does, then some of the stuff he does is a bit worse. It's, I don't really know, like what we're getting at. Like, is it like The Good Son, the one that film with Macaulay Culkin where he plays
I need to see that.
a murderer? I think like
Yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah,
that's the kind of film that I think it was probably wanted to be, but like more of a satirical comedy version of that, and it just doesn't quite have the balls to do it.
yeah, or like The Omen, but doesn't have the balls to do it.
Yeah, right. Oh, I mean, when I get into the production stuff on the trivia, that there is some of that. So
Okay. I kind of had the same points, but I think it goes to shit at the end. There are bits that's
completely,
really mean spirited as well. Where I'm a bit like, oh god, that's horrible.
which is it's fine if that's what you're gonna do,
Yeah,
but if you're not gonna do it, I mean, there was stuff that was cut out on the TV version because people say some very nasty things about adoption, and some of that didn't make it into the TV edit because like between it being on at the cinemas and it coming out, attitudes toward that kind of thing has slightly been changed. And it's like, well, you
yeah,
probably need to not say those terrible things.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And again, who am I supposed to root for? Like, are we supposed to root for Junior? Are we
John
supposed to
Ritter,
root for Ben? Yeah, for Ben. He just wants a happy family. That's all he wants.
but then he's also willing to smother a child by the end of it. So it's like, again, it's that weird.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Where's the line here? Like, what's the tone?
Yeah. All right. Well,
And I don't
let's.
think it knows.
All right. Let's pause fire. So, Swift trivia. What you got?
Yeah, cool. So on a budget of 11, it made $72 million at the box office. Not the
Amazing.
biggest film of the year, but the most profitable film of the year for Universal. Dennis Dugan, the director, or Duggan, went on to direct. This was his first directing gig. Didn't come back for the second one. Went on to direct mostly Adam Sandler films and not the good ones. So we're talking, yeah, Grown Ups 2, Big Daddy. They're all Dennis Dugan. Like it's all the. I don't think he did The Wedding Singer. That's me, not the good ones.
Mm.
You then got written by. So the writers are really interesting. So I was looking them up. Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski did Problem Child and Problem Child 2, and then did Ed Wood, The People vs. Larry Flint, Man on the Moon, Big Eyes, 1408, Dolomite is My Name, the Eddie Murphy film that was on, I think, Netflix, and the Goosebumps movie with Jack Black, which isn't great, but it's not bad.
Oh, I like
So,
that film.
so suddenly they've gone from these two terrible fucking movies to great stuff. Like Man on the Moon is a properly good film.
Yeah, it's
Like
real good.
these are
Yeah, yeah.
these some of these. I mean, some of them are like 1408 is fine. It's kind of it's fine. It's got a better first half than the second. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so yeah. Apparently the role of, and these are things I always take this with a pinch of salt, but Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Richard Dreyfuss, Steve Martin, Rick Moranis, and Kurt Russell were all going to play the Ben part. Don't believe half of that. This might be like producers said a name and someone
Yeah,
went, they were
exactly.
going to cast them, so they would never have done it. Apparently, Christopher Lloyd was offered the part of Martin Beck,
That's it.
and Macaulay Culkin auditioned for The Problem Child but didn't get it.
Imagine if he did. Like, complete different career trajectory, you know?
Well, yeah, he's doing that instead of Home Alone and Home Alone
Yeah.
2. So that's those. So it started as a true crime inspired horror concept. So it was based on a true story. So there was a true story of a child that was adopted and caused a load of problems. That kid had psychological problems, so it's not a funny story. A lot of people went into studios and pitched it as a horror, kind of coming up with these ideas for it. And the two writers thought, let's do it as a comedy, like a dark comedy. So it goes in as this dark comedy parodying the kind of childhood and
Mm.
parenting films. The poster is a direct parody of the poster for the film Parenthood, so
Yeah.
it's properly kind of be darker. However, the studio, as you expect, got cold feet and tried to do all the reshoots. Hence, where you get all this tonal issue. So
Mm.
it's not the film they wanted, to the point where at a cast and crew screening, one of the writers broke down in tears afterwards, thinking his career was over because he
Oh,
hated it so much.
wow.
Now they've later in life kind of come back and gone, it's still not, it's still a mess, but it's better than I thought it was at the time. But it doesn't drive me to tears anymore. I think it's quite easy to do that when you've had a career that's been as quite as good as theirs are. Um, the self-help books that John Ritter reads all the way through the films, the authors' pictures on the back are all John Ritter in various different disguises.
It's amazing.
Apparently, in the second one, any picture of Amy Asbeck's character's previous husbands are all also John Ritter in disguise.
That's funny.
It was completely eviscerated by the critics, but was very, very popular at the box office and cinema at the time. And I think that is all of just reading through my trivia here and seeing if there was anything else that I had. No.
Nope. Cool.
That was all the trivia I had. Everything else we mentioned during.
Yep. I think that was all the ones I had as well. Right then, to the final verdict. Does it hold up?
No.
I'm going to say it does.
Yeah. You are so much more forgiving than I am, I think.
Yeah, it's just, do you know what? I went in with sub-low expectations. Like, this is going to be dreadful. I'm going to hate it. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was just able to switch my brain off, and it was just fun. I was just like, you know what? It's exactly the film I remembered it. I remembered it beat for beat, line for line, all the jokes, everything. And I was just like, well, isn't that the point of this podcast? Like, just to remember and enjoy the film that you enjoyed when you was a kid. And I enjoyed it as a kid, and I enjoyed it as an adult. I just didn't hate anything about it, really.
Tolerated it. The problem is, like, if I was going to give this, out of 5 stars, it'd be 2.
Oh yeah, but it's not a 1.
Which,
Like some people, like,
to me, is no. It's
Rotten
not
Tomatoes, it's got a 0 on it. And I'm like, it's not that bad. Come on.
There are worse. There are worse films. I mean, I'm not saying this is the worst film ever made, but is it a good film? No. So, do I like it as much as I liked it when I was 8? No.
I don't love it as much as when I was 7 or 8, but I still had fun with it. I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, I can't wait for this film to end. It's pissing me off.
Would I let my child watch it now?
I would.
Oh, I don't know. There's some pretty mean stuff in it. I don't know. I would.
There's mean stuff in a lot of movies, so
I don't just want to. I just don't want to go around talking about the Japs.
Yeah, okay. I'm like calling people retards and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got one of those funny anomalies where it kind of holds up.
Well, most of our things end up like that, don't they?
No. Statistically, most of our stuff doesn't hold up, and then followed by it kind of holds up, and only a small amount does hold up. So most of our stuff doesn't hold up.
I have a reputation to hold as a serious lover of cinema. I can't be saying these films are good.
No, it's fine. Right. So next episode's nomination, which is me. It's my turn this time. So Smith.
Oh yes.
Who is your favourite James Bond?
My favourite James Bond. Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say probably Sean Connery.
That's right, Roger Moore. And who is your favourite Roger Moore James Bond film? What is your favourite James Bond? What is your favourite Roger Moore James Bond film?
Probably The Spy Who Loved Me.
That's right, Moonraker. So we are doing Moonraker. Somebody suggested this a long time ago. It's been on the list for a while, and we finally got to it. And we've not covered Bond yet, so it's about time we do a crappy old Roger Moore 1970 James Bond film that is completely over the top, and I have not watched in genuinely years.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, I'm going to fun with that. I'm not going to watch a good James Bond film. Oh, wait, come on.
It might be a good James Bond film. It's got Michael Lonsdale in it. I like Michael Lonsdale.
Well, we shall see. And it's the second appearance of Jaws as well. Cool.
Got
right.
The shark.
Yeah. Roger Moore does battle with a shark.
He does in The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, that's the one with the car goes underwater, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Right. So just before we get out of it, just want to plug our socials. So you can reach us on email at itdoesn'tholduppodcast@gmail.com. We're on Instagram at itdoesn'tholduppodcast. We're on Twitter, or X as it's now known, It Doesn't Hold Up Pod. We are on YouTube at It Doesn't Hold Up Podcast. And we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other places you listen to podcasts as well. Give us a good review, like us, share us, follow us, all that jazz, and keep those suggestions coming, because we will get to them, just like we're going to get to Moonraker. So Smith, is there anything else you would like to say on Problem Child before we get out of here and we reconvene for 007?
No, blow it out your ass.
And I just want to say, here's Daddy.